Hi, everybody. Welcome to Free Healing. How are you guys doing? We are going to, uh, that's not good. There we go. Okay. So if you're on Facebook, you can receive the healing, but you can't talk to me or ask me questions. You have to be on Zoom in order to do that because I get feedback if I'm trying to do both at the same time and haven't figured out how to do it different. So please join the mailing list so you'll get the weekly invitations to be on the Zoom side of this so that you can talk to me directly. And if you're interested in talking to me, make sure you raise your hand so I can bring you on the call. Make sure your camera and your microphone is working. By the way, my name is Tamra Oviatt, and I am the founder of Sacred Activations. Sacred Activations is a God modality that was given to me by God in 2012. It's really, really amazing, and I'm so thankful to be doing this and to be able to help you guys with this. So again, thank you for joining me, and let's get started. We've got one person with their hand up. So let's see who that is. That is, hi, Hussein. So I am going to put you in, I think. Okay, where'd you go? I put you in as a panelist. There you are. Hi, I'm going to unmute you.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. How do I get to help you today?
Well, I don't feel very much safe telling people what I do and who I am. And I really don't know what the problem is. I don't know if it's a past life issue or it's an inner child, or I'm not really sure.
Collective consciousness. There is so much fear on this planet of being a healer and telling people what you do, who you are, that you're going to get killed for it. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if it's, related to me exactly.
Well, no, it's a collective consciousness, a collective subconsciousness, and they keep it very much alive by killing off doctors and stuff.
I see.
Yeah, and then so everybody's in fear of waking up and showing who they are, which also helps hundreds of thousands of people all over the planet. So they keep that very much alive so that you're afraid to be seen, be heard, be noticed. We could do some healing on it.
I'd love that.
Okay, great. So there's some activations called healers who suffer, and then there's also the prophet's return, and the prophet's return is about us going out and speaking about God and doing healing and all that stuff we're supposed to be doing. But again, if you look at history, what was it? The 12 out of the 13 disciples were murdered and killed. So there's that energy in the collective consciousness that stops many people from stepping forward. I know it stopped me for years.
Yeah.
I was doing angel classes and teaching people how to talk to their angels, and I got really scared. I got really popular. I had a yellow page going. I mean, this was early 2000s. Had yellow page going and everything else, and I changed my phone number.
Yeah.
So afraid of being killed. I just totally sabotaged my business. And it's taken me years to really come out and to be who I am and to show myself free of the fear of being killed. And I know there's many masters on this planet that still have that and are still running that. So let's go into your heart and think about that and think about those fears, and let's release those. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. We're clearing this through your conscious now life, future life, past life, genetics, and also clearing you out of that collective consciousness bubble about this. So if anybody else is feeling this way, just connect into the energy. This also helps you just by listening. Okay, doing prophets return, healers who suffer. Also being responsible if somebody lives or dies. Clearing that out. It's not your responsibility. It's in between them. It's in between their spirits. It's in between them and God. Okay, good. Make sure you bring your energy into Mother Earth. Connect all the way into Mother Earth's heart chakra. Good. And as you know, with sacred activations and this clearing energy, it's going to start clearing the energies, and it's going to continue shifting over the next few days, even the next few weeks. How you doing?
I'm doing good. May I just say something?
Sure.
The other day I found myself singing your song, Happy, Happy, Joy, Joy.
Oh, good.
And here's the thing. Before I used to resist singing it. I hated it before, but I realized it's so much fun. It's so much fun,
Aw,
and I didn't realize it. And thank you. Just thank you.
you're welcome. Yeah, you can't. Well, like you said, you resisted it because you were like in that anger. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
But when you start singing it, you can't sing Happy, Happy, Joy, Joy without putting a smile on your face and feeling better, right?
Yeah. And here's
And
the
that's
thing. The other day, it came out of the blue. I was doing something, and I just started singing it, and I was like, "What? What's going on?"
that's awesome. I love that. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
On
Thank you.
on Saturday's webinar, we did another one. A friend of mine said I should record an album
Probably.
because it's like I am a VIP. I am a very important person, and we're singing that, and I'm a big deal.
Yeah.
And that just helps raise your vibration of knowing that, because we're all so important, and we are all a big deal, and we are all very important people, and we're all in this together. And the more that we realize how amazing we are, the more we shift the whole planet into how amazing we are. And how cool is that?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, sweetie. Let me know how you're doing. Okay.
I will.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Would anybody else like to talk to me? You gotta raise your hand. Come on, you guys. There's a lot of people on here. There we go. Carol, you're next. I see you, Kim, and I see you, Lisa. We'll start with Carol next. Hi, Carol. Let me unmute you. Good morning or good afternoon.
Hi there.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm just getting over the flu, so I'm
Oh, bummer.
yeah.
So how do I get to help you?
I wondered if you could help my son Steven. He
Is
has something
Stephen
called Fragile X syndrome, and so he has autism, and
okay?
he's moderately mentally retarded, and he has a lot of serious behavior problems. He's not potty trained. He's still in diapers, and he's 26, and he's can't talk.
Okay.
And his life is pretty tough. So I just wondered if we could send something to him.
Yeah, it's pretty tough on you too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go into his brain, and there's a gland in his brain that controls that stuff, and we're gonna go do some work on that. And did he become autistic after like vaccines or something?
No, he actually was born with. I actually carry a gene that I wasn't aware of, and he ended up getting the full mutation of it. So
Okay.
I carry this gene, and he was affected by it. So
And
on
you
his X chromosome, he has a defective gene.
okay. All right. So let's clear that gene and mutate it into good. And let's clear out your guilt because you feel guilty and responsible for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honey, it's not your fault. You've got to let that go, and it's all a learning experience. So he came in to teach you and teach other people about this. Do you understand?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to work on that gene and that chromosome, and also there's a gland in the brain. I don't remember what it's called, but I'm going to go do some adjustments on that. And on my YouTube channel, I have another kid that I worked with autism, and you might want to listen to those too. That could really help.
Okay. I
There's
think I
like
did listen to one of them.
Yeah, there's 4 of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's doing better. He's not throwing fits and freaking out if the dog barks and stuff like that. He's doing a lot better.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go in and work on. Let me go work on his brain, and then we're gonna work on you releasing that guilt.
Okay.
Okay, because again, this is all a video game. We come in to teach each other lessons. We're all each other's teachers, and you should not be beating yourself up. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So everybody else that's listening, just focus on what it is for you while I work on this boy. What's your son's name again?
Steven.
David?
Steven.
Steven. Okay, thank you. Okay, Carol, I have your line muted because there was some feedback. I'll unmute you when we're done. But I want you to focus on the guilt and those feelings. We're also going to do sorrow and sadness, which the activation is called Kulin, because she's the one who gave that to me. Sorrow and sadness resonate in your chest. Okay. All right, honey, how you doing?
That actually felt good,
Good.
but I had no idea how much guilt I had attached to that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's not your fault, sweetie.
Oh, jeez.
And Stephen chose to come in this way. You did not do anything to him. All you've done is loved him. And that's about teaching unconditional love, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So just think about all the beautiful things that you're learning and helping other people learn about that.
He
And
definitely
maybe,
has changed my life.
yeah. And it's about really having that unconditional love for someone.
Yeah.
And, you know, we agree to learn things from each other. So you have this gene that caused this, but the gene was created to cause this so you can have that experience. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It was like me, I always wanted to adopt children. Well, guess what? I ended up not being able to get pregnant so that I could adopt children. But it was something I knew at 5 years old that I would be doing. And if I could have gotten pregnant, I probably would have and not adopted children, right? But then I would have missed out on that whole experience that I've had with this.
Yeah.
Okay, let me know how you're doing, sweetie, okay?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, and definitely go to my YouTube channel, and there's like 4 videos with Michael.
Okay.
Okay? All right, thank you, honey. Let me know how you're doing, all right?
Okay.
All right, thank you. You know, you guys, that's one of the things with this healing. You know, I'm doing this for free. I'm connecting with all you guys. I'd like to hear back from you. Let me know how you're doing. It's important to me. Thank you. And it's important to do the exchange, right? So that's a really good exchange for you to give me an update and let me know how you're doing. Okay, Kim, you're next. Hi, Kim. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can. How are you
Okay,
today?
perfect. I'm wonderful. Thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you.
I want to share up front that that last call, like I felt how heavy her energy was, and I completely felt that lift up.
Nice.
So I want to share that instantaneous feedback with you. And I'm not even the person you worked on.
Thank you.
And I really felt that a lot lift away, even in my own, just like I'm feeling a
Yeah.
little like emotional now for no reason, but in a very joyful way in my heart, you know, that feeling of like you want to shed those outer tears for that joy to come out.
Yeah.
So I will ask a question. I am having like a really funny thing with food going on. It's been kind of since the new year, I'd say. And I still eat healthy, but it's like this, it's almost like at night I get home from work and I don't feel like cooking and I have some nuts and some fruit and that's it. Like and there feels like this underlying, like I'm just tired of taking care of myself in a way, is what kind of came to me on that last call when I was thinking what to ask you.
Okay.
Does that make any sense?
So you're tired. So you're tired of nurturing yourself?
Yeah, it's like, it's like, do I need to go through, I could just eat this little thing here. Do I need to make a whole meal? Like, I feel like.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with just having some fruit and nuts at night. I mean, that's really nice way to in the evening.
And that's been cool. And then now it's kind of been switching over to a little bit more sweets. And like, I'm not eating a ton of candy, but I'll eat like a thing of gummy bears and that's dinner. And that's not really been a habit. And I got diagnosed very recently with higher cholesterol for the first time. And I think actually that's what's really freaking me out is that, I've been healthy all along. And then all of a sudden you get this blood test and it's like, oh, that's going in the wrong direction.
Yeah. And cholesterol really isn't about what you eat. It's about the emotions and stuff.
Okay.
That cause it. And that's a flow of life. And really what I'm hearing is self-nurturing with you.
Yeah.
Maybe you feel like however much you self-nurture yourself, it doesn't do any good. So why bother?
I don't know that it's the why bother. It's like, yeah, I've been doing it for so long. There's other things I want to do, like coming home and cooking. Like I want to listen to a program or like read a book,
There's nothing wrong with doing that. And it's just a change of focus.
Yeah.
And that's okay. So, but I'm hearing self-nurturing.
Yeah. Can you tell me more what you said about the cholesterol and the emotions? That's so interesting.
Yeah, I mean, cholesterol, like they used to say you can't eat too many eggs or anything because it causes high cholesterol.
Yeah.
It's not true. They've done a lot of studies on it to find that that's not real at all. And I really think the cholesterol thing has to do with the flow of life. Because it starts blocking up your flow of life, right? Because it starts going into your bloodstream and clogging up your flow of life. And if you're tired of doing things, you're like, I'm over this. How long do I have to be a human for?
I'm trying not to go there with it, but yeah.
Yeah.
I want to live a long life, but.
Yeah, life can get a little overwhelming and it can be a little boring at times.
Boring, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay, so let's clear life is boring.
Please.
Is that okay? So that way you can find some new exciting ways to
engage.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just want to let you guys know I see a bunch of chats, so I'll get to that in a minute. A lot of information in the chat window. And again, if you're listening to this live on YouTube or Facebook, in order to talk to me, you have to be in my Zoom. In order to get the information for the Zoom call, you have to join my mailing list, and we send it out every Tuesday morning or Monday. So you can get on here and talk to me. But just by listening, you can also help yourself shift. Okay, Kim. So life is boring. Nurturing myself is boring. I'm ready for a new game. And honey, I'm going to mute your line because there's a lot of noise in the background.
Sure.
I'll unmute you when we're done. So it's I'm bored, I'm boring. Okay, honey, let me know how you
chakra and second chakra, and it's kind
Good.
of east down from there. Yeah.
Good. Go have some fun. Find some new adventures to do. Okay.
I will. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Lisa, you're next. I'm going to go ahead and read the comments first, though. Hold on a second. Why am I always having to struggle and work so hard? Because there's a huge collective consciousness, and life is a struggle and struggle to survive. Can you do healers on money? We are doing a thing called Release Your Money Blocks and Wishes Fulfilled on Wednesdays. It's only $97 a month, gives you 4 sessions. And it's group support and group work. So join that to do your, it's for healers and money and being able to make money. Damla says she's in shock today. Hello from Canada. Hi. Love it. Thank you. Somebody wants a healing on TV addiction. You know, what's funny is this, not this coming Saturday, because this weekend is practitioner training, you guys. So if you're interested in becoming a practitioner, it's a good time to sign up because we're giving you a $500 off coupons towards activations on the website. And you'll be able to learn what I'm doing here and how to really help people shift. And a lot of the first 6 activations are all sacred geometry activations. And they help you activate your sacred geometry. Took me 1.5 years to learn what I'll teach you in 1 weekend. And I promise your head will be spinning. And then you get to join in the practitioner group to help each other and work on each other. It's beautiful. There's people from all over the world. And you get to do it online like this. And it's interactive. Very cool. So struggle to survive, survival is a struggle. If you want to do addiction redirection, I'm doing it next weekend online. There's a webinar with like 6 activations in it, and it's like 80% off. Lisa says, yes, it will spin. It's amazing. If anyone out there is looking for a higher, highly recommend it. Thank you, Lisa. And honey, on my website under events or sacredactivations.com will get you to that information. Okay, Lisa, you are next. Okay, can you unmute yourself, honey?
There. Now I
Hi.
Hi. I had a very bizarre connection. I'm not sure why. So my issues these days is that there's a lot of, okay, sorry.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Sorry, a lot of family stuff. We have to deal with family property, and I'm just stopped. You know, we have an amazing family and I don't want to mess it up. So I think it's fear of hurting people or fear of doing it wrong. And I just can't move forward.
Okay, so are you in charge of an estate or something and splitting it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's a lot of debt and all that stuff. And I'm working on that in wishes, and some stuff's coming through. But it's just this family fear of actually doing anything.
Okay, so let's clear that and let you know that you're being fear. And I'm also hearing caste system family.
Okay.
So like some are better than others, and others think they're better than others. Does that make sense?
Maybe a little, but mostly it's some work harder and get tired of supporting the ones that don't.
Okay. All right. So think about that, and let's clear the family drama so that you can get through what you need to do. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm gonna mute you because you have a lot of noise on your line. Oops. Mute. There we go. Can somebody else ask for struggle to survive? And survival is a struggle. We're also kicking that in. And Lisa working on moving forward. There's like this block wall that you're afraid to go through. So we're gonna blow up the wall so you can go through, okay? Okay, Lisa, that feels a lot better. How are you doing, honey? I'm gonna unmute you. Hi.
Hi. I'm spinning. That's great.
Good.
Yes. Yeah, there's some work I have to do, I can see on that. But yeah, that wall is messed up now. It's great. I can get through it. Ah,
Good. You can get through it, honey. Thank you.
thank you.
You're welcome. Christina said she's afraid of getting off government assistance. Yeah, a lot of people have fear of taking care of themselves. So we're gonna work on that right now. There's an activation. I don't remember what it's called, but it's exactly for that. And then do you use sacred activations to clear space too? Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, and Nina, sorry about butchering your name. Will the YouTube videos on healing with Judy for bipolar and schizophrenia help with areas we can't, we don't know what's in between our fantasies in our head or the truth and reality? Or would you suggest Liar, Liar, and Unmasked? All the above would be really good. Yeah, and you know, it's really funny because you say in between fantasy and reality. Guys, we're the creators of our lives. We are creating our reality. So is it fantasy? Yeah. Do we live it as a reality? Yeah. So, but unmasked would really help with that. So you can really see truths in your life, and what you're creating will really help with that. And Christina, I forgot what you said. Go back over here. Oh. Okay, so let's run an activation on getting off government assistance, because that's just fear of your own power. And there's a huge collective consciousness about that. Again, it's struggle to survive, and survival is a struggle. And if the government's taking care of you, then you're not responsible for your life. They are. And so it's like making somebody else responsible for you. That's because you're afraid. You're afraid of your own power. You're afraid of being out there. So focus on that. Let's clear that. Okay. Everybody imagine that you can go into Mother Earth and connect to that beautiful energy of Mother Earth, and we're filling you with beautiful golden light. Excuse me. Again, tomorrow is called Wishes Fulfilled. It's about removing your money blocks. You can join at a week at a time, or you can do monthly, and it's less money. And then you can also do monthly and get, and then there's an upgrade where you can get a half price session with me also if you want to work with me. And again, that's under the events on the website, Sacred Activations. And the Wishes Fulfilled is all about clearing your money blocks so you can be making the money you want, to be able to show up and to be really who you want to be. You don't have to be a healer to do it. You can be in any walk of life and do this. And there's also a lot of healers in this class, and helping each other to move forward in a higher and higher level of understanding and knowing and clearing out all that crap that's keeping us from enjoying the fruits of our labor, whatever you want to say. Anyways, everybody, thank you so much for joining me. Again, if you're watching this live on Facebook or YouTube, join on my email list so that you get the invite every week. We send you the code so you can join on Zoom and ask me questions personally. And again, this coming weekend is practitioner training. You can learn what took me a year and a half to learn, and you will receive the golden seals so that you can work with others to help them clear their belief systems. And if it's just for you, that's okay, because it helps you shift your life. And then you get to connect with other healers around the world and work with them, and they work with you. It's absolutely beautiful how everybody comes together and supports each other. I mean, even just the first 3 activations, I had reports of healing from stroke, cancer, uterus cancer, breast cancer, all kinds of things. So this class is amazing. And then we have I have other classes that is masters, mastering the masters, and medical intuitive. There's 4 levels of training in the practitioner training. And then there's also 4 levels of teacher training. So you ready to join me? Change yourself, change the world. Thank you very much for joining in today, and have an absolutely beautiful week. I'll be here again next Tuesday at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. next week on Tuesday. And your replays should be in your account. And if they're not, email support. All right. Thank you. Love you guys. Have a beautiful week.